Hey folks, and welcome to today's lore video starring Prince Xizor's Virago. Now, Prince Xizor owned many starships of various makes and models, but his personal favourite was the Virago. The feline master criminal used this heavy assault starfighter not only as his personal transport vessel, but also as a method to defend himself against his enemies when the need arose. Unlike its master, the starship Virago was swift, elegant, and above all, dangerous. And for the majority of its service, the Virago was based in a hangar at Xizor's castle in the Imperial District of Coruscant, a few kilometers from Emperor Palpatine's palace grounds. Now, Xizor would typically use the Virago when travelling from the confines of his residence to the Feline's Fist, which was his skyhook and planetary orbit. Now, as the leader of Black Sun, Xizor found it necessary to have a personal starship capable of beating back any surprise attack from his vessels, and in order to purchase the best protection for himself, he spared absolutely no expense when choosing his vessel. Now, it was the perfect example of Xizor's arrogance and affluence that he opted for an exclusive, personally customized vessel built to his own specifications. Using Black Sun's considerable clandestine influence, Xizor ordered the MandalMotors starship design team on Mandalore to construct a singular craft for him. The Virago was the result. Known for other light crafts such as the Pursuer-class Enforcer and patrol ship, the MandalMotors staff came up with a heavy assault starfighter space frame, the starviper class. Fast, highly armoured and heavily armed, this high-performance ship would have been prohibitively expensive for any stellar navy or planetary government to purchase and operate. Now, upon its presentation to the feline crime lord, however, Prince Xizor declared that he was satisfied with the Virago, and soon after taking possession of the ship, he became an adept pilot at its controls. Now, the final fate of the Virago was never actually clear. Many assume that the craft was destroyed in the explosion that consumed the Feline's Fist, apparently killing the crime lord in the process. But they never found the wreckage, so it was never proven. But with the ship's plans on their database, MandalMotors continued to manufacture the Starviper fighter for clients. But while almost identical in design, these later versions were far inferior to the deadly original. Now, when we look at the design of the Virago, we actually see how unique it really is. One of the unique aspects of the Virago's striking design was its cluster of 4 variable geometry S-foil wings. These swept back along the stubby hull during flight and folded out to their fullest extent in combat mode. Now, in their open mode, Virago's blade-shaped wings increased the ship's sublight speed. Primary forward thrust was provided by an array of Quadex IGT engines mounted behind the fuselage, while the ship's incredible maneuverability was due to a series of Corsair NTF micro-thrusters mounted in pairs on the tip of each of the S-foil wings. And the vacuum of space was the best arena for combat and performance, and at full throttle, Virago could actually match the speed and turn rate of a much smaller Imperial TIE interceptor. When in flight, the wings and thruster nacelles were in constant motion, adjusting and readjusting the ship's dynamics for maximum speed and control. This swing mechanism did cause one of the ship's few weaknesses, however. When open for atmospheric flight operations, the S-foils reduced the Virago's maneuverability considerably, causing the usually nimble and speedy craft to fly at less than optimal capability. Now, with its plethora of shipboard systems, the Virago was an extremely energy-hungry design, requiring not only a series of powerful generators to keep it operational, but also a large reserve fuel supply. The latter was stored in liquid form in pressurized tanks inside the S-foils, sheathed in tough armor capable of resisting several direct hits from a laser. And main power came from 4 generator units situated at the wing roots of the S-foils, just behind the cockpit. Now, as well as light and costly armor plating across its hull, the Virago also possessed state-of-the-art defensive systems manufactured by the Torplex Corporation. The forward armor was bolstered by a single shield generator, while the rear quarter was covered by 3 more, 2 on the dorsal surface and 1 on the ventral hull, to protect what was the only lightly armored section of the ship. Now, the Virago's weapons array was its most impressive overall asset. The main armament consisted of 4 Temenbach HT-12 laser cannons, mounted in 2 pairs on either side of the cockpit module. Now, with its S-foils folded, the Virago could only fire these 4 cannons into its forward arc, but with the wings open, their guns developed a much greater freedom of movement. The double laser cannons were housed inside extending armatures that shifted forward and rotated on their axis up to 180 degrees, essentially giving the ship omnidirectional fields of fire. Now in addition, 2 Borstal proton torpedo launchers were mounted in a fixed forward arc position to provide fire support to the lasers, although the launchers had limited capacity magazines with only 3 warheads each. Now, like the lasers, the torpedo launchers could be fired in single or linked fire modes. Now, targeting, computation and tracking was handled by an advanced version of the standard Carbanti ST2X combat computer, equipped with the long-range sighting laser array. The reliable Carbanti system was actually able to give the pilot of the Virago constantly updated target information and threat evaluations even during an intense firefight. And that is Prince Xizor's personal starfighter, the Virago. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and all that. Take care, and I'll talk to you all in the next one.